No. That old lady is preying on the child. What are you talking about, Quinn?
No, she's
No,
not.
nigga, the
No,
child thought
she's
about it
not.
before. I bet you that child said something to that teacher that gave her like,
Bro, listen.
this nigga want my yams. Like she didn't start it.
Bro,
Jesus
listen.
Christ.
My mother works in
A
education
lot
my
of
whole
times it be the
life.
little girls who be predator too.
Oh, hold on,
Like,
Leon.
listen.
Let me say this. I'm not
Yeah.
saying that it's right? Because the woman
Yeah.
teacher
Clearly.
still needs to exercise a level of dick discipline.
But
It's
it's
not a
different.
matter of right or wrong. I'm telling you that the double standard validates the mindset between both a man and a woman. Like it is natural for a man, especially when he gets to a certain age, to fucking be a horn dog. Like you know what I'm saying?
You're
Like
sitting
for
in class and there's a big piece of boobs in front of you running the teacher. Like, fuck all
facts,
these little girls with
Right.
little nupplets. Like this bitch got
facts.
full ass
That's the
boobs.
Facts,
fact.
bro. Bro,
And
I
So
so,
y'all are
grew up.
you
gonna
know,
be
we like
y'all
to
are gonna be
remix
the
it and all of
uncles.
that shit.
Y'all are gonna be the
Q,
uncles.
chill.
Yeah.
I'll give you another example, right? Even though it's not ideal, especially with all of the diseases and stuff to sleep around and stuff like that, a guy that quote unquote soy his royal oats, or a guy that has been with, you know, several different women, that's not necessarily looked down upon. It never has ever in society has ever been looked down upon. You never got a scarlet letter for a guy. However, a woman is supposed to be with one guy. And any woman that has been with more than one guy has always been looked down upon because women are supposed to be pure. They're supposed to be precious. They're supposed to be, better than us as far as not suffering and not, whatever. And that's why we label them and we slotted them differently. Whereas you don't slot guys differently. We slot guys based off of their successes, their being able to conquer, having power, and their socioeconomic status. We've always done that since the beginning of time. We've always slotted women based off of their purity. It's just the way that it is. That's the way that we were made. That's just the way how we see things, and it's never going to change. Our animalistic nature has always been the same, regardless. So I don't know why y'all keep acting like, even when we have these conversations when it comes to relationships, oh my God, is it bad for a guy to cheat? No, not really. Not really. Based off of our animalistic nature, it's not. We've
I have to
civilized.
disagree.
We've civilized ourselves to the point to where we've started adding standards in order to try to make things a little bit easier for us to separate the difference between right and wrong when it comes to relationships. But in reality, if you go back to the core of who we are, it is
Right.
wrong for a woman to sleep around. It's not necessarily as bad. Is it wrong based off of society standards today? Yes, but it's not as bad as when a guy does it. It's just the facts.
Right.
The thing is, though, is I do agree that with the testosterone that men and women are different, when it comes to wanting sex, whatever. But men are not animalistic because they have a prefrontal cortex just like women do. And this is not a determinist, society. Like, yes, we've been civilized, but also too, like you can choose between right and wrong or choose just in general. That's free will. So I think that like men have more control than animals do.
Yeah, but animalistic doesn't mean that you're. First of all, we are all mammals.
Right.
We are all
We're not
mammals.
like dogs.
You ain't met them,
Correct, but
mammals for the last
a
2
lion
months.
is not like a dog, and a dog is not like a cat. So
Right.
They don't have free will though. Dogs and lions and cats don't have free will.
they absolutely do.
They
No,
absolutely
they don't.
do.
Yes,
You
yes,
go in
they
No,
the
they
do.
don't.
Have you been in
Yes,
the
No, they
jungle?
They don't
They
do
have
it.
instinct.
No, listen. They. All right, so let me
What?
break it down. Let me break it down from this perspective.
Go for it.
We are animalistic because our instincts and how we operate it based off of our instincts is going to be the same when you bring it back down to when you remove all of this, everything that's around us that distract us from what real life is, and we get back to the core of who we are. Our instincts are always going to kick in. And what is that? Women are always going to be going to get with the best available option, the same way that they do based off of what? Survival. And men are always going to be hunters and we're going to be conquerors, right? Which means that we take
They do that,
trophies.
yeah.
We take trophies. That's an animalistic, basic instinct. In the same way that if you turn your back against the cat, regardless of how long you raise it, the cat is going to go into a hunter's position because its instincts are going to kick in. Now, we do have the ability to be able to think our way through, civilize ourselves, train ourselves to be different, so on and so forth. But the nature of who we are, the core of who we are, it's still going to be the same.
But lions and cats and dogs cannot think their way through. They just do it. Now they can be trained and conditioned, but they don't know right from wrong. They have no morals.
Wait. You're telling me that they can't think their way through it? How can't they?
They can't reason. They can't reason.
How can't they? Have you ever seen a monkey?
Well, my dog, like, he puts his foot in the water and then decides not to. So
They literally reason.
That's conditioned. That's
They are
conditioning.
less than you would ever believe. They even get some of the same diseases we do.
So why don't they live among us if they can think and reason and have morals? You know what I
they
mean?
do. I have a dog right there. They do.
All right. Have
Have you been to the Middle East? They literally have lions as pets.
Have you ever seen how well whales coordinate in order to hunt? Have you seen how they've adjusted, how they communicate with each other? How are they not able
adapt?
to reason?
Yeah, they can. They can adapt, but they're not thinking like, okay, if I do this or if I don't do this, this is what's going to happen. You know, they don't do that.
Absolutely do think.
Anton, please let me slide.
No. Hold on. You don't think that they think and that they reason? You don't think that they have feelings?
Just
they do have feelings. Have you ever seen what happened when when their spouses die and they're so much similar to us? They are almost exactly like us. They just don't have the ability to do the same thing.
Do they have morals? That is what I'm saying.
Yes.
Like
you don't think that? Oh my God!
Yes.
So what's their moral construct? What morals do they go by? Do they go by the Eastern society's morals or Western society's morals?
No, see, now you're applying human standards to
animals. Oh, so we're different. Perfect. That's my whole point.
But just because we're different don't mean that we don't have similarities.
No, we do. And I granted that to you. I'm saying we do have, we're mammals, like you said, but I'm saying, I don't think comparing men to dogs it's not apples to apples. You know, it's
that's
apples
why we
and oranges.
compare ourselves to primates.
But even then,
they're the closest thing to us.
Closest thing, but it's still not. It's still apples and I don't know. Pick another fruit. It's not apples and oranges. It's a little bit closer.
We have differences, but we also have similarities.
We do, but I'm saying the grave difference. The biggest thing is that we have a prefrontal cortex, which allows us to plan ahead, but also to the fact that we have free will. We can choose. Is a lion going to become a vegan? No. Now, if you control its environment, yes, because that's all it has to eat. But it's not going to choose that for itself.
Okay, so all right. So wait. Why do bears? Why do bears?
I mean what I say.
Bars.
Why do bears hunt the way that they do, and then why do they hibernate?
Because of their natural instincts, their nature.
Just because of their natural instincts. That's it.
Yes, their nature. Yeah.
So they haven't adapted over a period of time based off of their.
They do adapt too, but that's also with nature.
Well, why don't they just be the way that they are? And why are they able to think and
because they die out? Because whatever it is that behavior, they adapt and it'll die out because obviously they're
so survival.
They have to survive.
So that's literally them changing the way in which they do. They reason within themselves that they have to do things differently in order to be able to survive.
That's
thinking. We all of us, listen, the only way, even humans themselves, it all comes back down to survival. That's it.
Correct.
And then they live the best life we can live while we're here, but it all comes back down to survival.
I agree with you.
So how are we any different than animals?
Because we have free will. We can
I got you. Because we have a language.
I'm sorry, we have a what?
Language. That's the difference.
So you don't think that they know how to communicate with each other?
I said language, not communicate. There's a difference.
Yeah, but you use language in order to communicate. Do you
This
not?
They have their
entire
own
conversation is not genuine. Like, come
Leon,
on, man.
tell me what you disagree with. And it is genuine because I'm me when I say. So make sure you're
Because
genuine in the words you use.
I get what you're saying, but with
What
the
am I
whole
saying?
animal
Let's
thing,
just make sure like you're getting what I'm saying.
you just said animals don't have free will. That's the difference between us and animals.
Correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's go with that premise.
Yeah.
So if let's say a lion doesn't have free will, so you say. So why is there multiple male lions once they reach a certain age, they get kicked out of their pride and they roam around the Sahara Desert, they roam around Africa trying to find a mate. That's free will. They don't have to do that.
They do have to do
they do
that
literally
because
have
they're not
wars.
gonna
They literally
they will
have
not
wars.
survive, yeah. But
Like,
I'm
there was a group of 4 lions that literally went around and terrorized prides. It's a
Why-
documentary on this.
sure I
That's
believe it.
free
Why are
will.
lions not, because they have morals, like you said, why are they carnivores? Why aren't they vegans?
Why are we carnivores?
I asked you about lions because you're
Okay.
arguing that animals have free will and have morals and can think and reason. So
Yes.
if they have morals, why is it not wrong to them to eat gazelles or whatever?
Because that's how they survive. If they don't
They
eat,
can't
they don't
survive off
survive.
plants.
Actually, if you study it, and I actually I had a conversation with a guy on my platform. The way in which their bodies are made is completely different. Like for example, if you think about elephants and the way in which their bodies is made, I believe they have like two different stomachs and
Yes.
all of this other type of stuff. So it's different ways in which they're, I guess you could just say that God made them that allows for them to be able to adjust. And I think that it's just the circle of life. They're made to do things a certain way that allows for them to be fruitful, and then it feeds into the ecosystem a certain type of way. We all interconnected in that way in order for us to really be able to have that circle of life.